This video is created for Clark State to support the New Media 1010 assignment about Yahoo Pipes, created by me, Mrs. Crawford. This Yahoo Pipes assignment has two purposes. One purpose is to let you get your feet wet with writing program code. Yahoo Pipes lets you take a baby step and create a program without actually knowing any code. There are other ways we could have accomplished the same thing. Have you heard of Tinker? Tinker is an iPad app that my kindergartner is using to learn coding in a visual and playful way. In fact, on the screen right now is the Tinker app that we downloaded for him. Or maybe you've heard of Scratch. That's what my fourth grader is using for much the same purpose. In fact, you can see right here on the screen a little visual example in the upper right-hand corner of Scratch. Both of these sites, Tinker and Scratch, allow you to learn a little coding without actually memorizing all the syntax and punctuation of a real programming language. But those sites are really elementary. They don't let you do something real, something adult and important. And that brings us to Yahoo Pipes and our second reason for using this assignment. Last week, you added some RSS functions to your WordPress site, which would allow any user to subscribe to your blog and know when you updated it. Once upon a time not long ago, Google offered a great service called Google Reader. Reader allowed its members to subscribe to multiple RSS feeds and read them in an almost like newspaper function. So if, for example, I wanted to keep tabs on my favorite authors like Patricia Briggs, Patrick Rothfuss, or Michelle Segarra, instead of checking their sites multiple times a week, I could check my Google Reader account and see right away if they'd published any new blog posts. That's where Yahoo Pipes comes in. Before you get started on your assignment, you need to locate two sites that still offer an RSS feed. I'm going to go with two NPR feeds. So you ask yourself, how did I possibly find this? Because if you go to NPR site, it's not very obvious. I typed in a Google search NPR and RSS. So try that with your favorite site and see if anything comes up in the search. Now, just for fun, that site that I clicked off of, here it is right here. This is the XML file that goes along with the NPR RSS feed. Okay, so you can see the embedded language that was described in the source materials for last week's assignment. Once you have two sites that have RSS addresses, you can create your pipe. I recommend using the same Yahoo ID that you used to create your Flickr account. Once you've created your account and you're in Yahoo Pipes, there's basically what you're doing with this assignment is you're making your own little mini RSS aggregator, your own mini Google Reader. And you only need to have three things basically on the screen in order to be able to do this, okay? So you've got create your pipe all set. You need, underneath source, you need two fetch feed modules. So I'm going to go ahead and drag them on the screen now. And I'm going to combine these two feeds using a different operator that I'll show you in just a second. Now, how do you know that you've copied the right URL, that it's going to work? Well, what you're going to do is choose one of the fetch feeds, paste in the URL, and you see how there's this little radial button right here, and there's another radial button down here? Connect them. But wait, that's not all. After you connect them, you're going to notice down here there's this thing that says debugger pipe output. When I've connected them, if I click this little output thing, or I hit refresh, it will pull up an RSS feed down here. It will pull up the articles that would show up if I was using this in an RSS reader. Okay, so I have both of my URLs on the screen, and I know that they worked because I checked both of them separately. So let me show you how to do that. When you have your pipe connected, you'll notice that you can go ahead and hit it. You're going to have the option, you see if I click on it, to cut the pipe. So I can go ahead, connect the other one, hit refresh. Notice that this has changed. And cut it so that I know it works. I'm going to do that one more time so you can see it. You see how the articles change? So that lets you know that both of your URLs are going to work. Now, how do we combine them? Well, that's the next thing. Okay, so to combine these two feeds and to make an aggregator, what I need to do is go up here to operators. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to choose union. And by the way, if you mouse over any of these operators or anything else that's in this little left menu, it'll tell you what it is that it does. And you'll notice it says merge one or more feeds to create a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it on the screen. And it's pretty visual what you're going to connect. So I'm going to connect my one feed and my other feed. Dun, dun, dun. And then I'm going to go down here to pipe output. And I'm going to connect these two things, mix together, and make something new. And how am I going to know that it worked? I'm going to go here to refresh, and hopefully what I'm going to notice is that my output changed. You see how now it's 30 items? So that tells me that it worked. I have all of my things that I needed to have happen. Hooray! Once I know that it worked, I'm going to go up here to save, and I'm going to give it a name like NWN 1010 assignment. Save. It's saving. Hooray! Now I want to make sure, now that I have a name in there, if I go up here to properties and I can type what this is, NPR RSS feeds that will be interesting, something like that. And then I can hit this run pipe. And when I hit run pipe, you'll notice it goes dun da 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 da, hooray! So now here's my RSS feed. Now what am I going to do with it once I have it? I'm going to go over here to get as a badge, and I'm going to click on it. And it's going to say, what kind of badge do you want? Well, we want the WordPress badge. Copy and paste this into your website. Okay, copy. All right, so far so good. Okay, so now I've got my badge copied. I'm all set with that. Now I'm going to log into my new media 1010 WordPress blog, your favorite place, and I want to add a text widget. So how am I going to do that? If I go over here to appearance and I mouse over it, I'm going to see that widgets is an option. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to say, what kind of widget do you want? Well, if I scroll down here, text, you'll notice says arbitrary text or HTML. Okay, so I'm going to drop that text over here so that I have it added to my site. And it might be slightly challenging. You might have to scroll and drop, but okay, so I'm going to drop that in here. I'm going to put it up here at the top so I know that it worked. I'm going to call this NPR RSS aggregator. All right, now I have my badge copied, so I'm going to paste it. Notice it made a script for me, and I'm going to hit save. Dun, 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 dun. And then hopefully what will happen when I view the site, when I come up over here on the left, do you see how I have NWN 1010 assignment? And it has all this great stuff. And it's within the theme that I chose. I am done. Okay, so what are you going to do now? Well, you'll notice that the assignment says that you are actually making 2 Yahoo Pipes. So do that exact same thing again and add it again to your new media blog, okay? And you're going to take a screenshot that shows me that you have both of these things on your WordPress blog. So you should have 2 different images of 2 different Yahoo Pipes showing up on your WordPress blog. Okay, so I should have one thing in this assignment is a picture of the WordPress blog with the feeds in there. The other thing you're going to submit, if you look up here after I've created my pipe, there's actually a URL associated with the pipe that I have made. All right, so I am going to copy this URL and paste it into my assignment. My assignment's going to have 3 things. It's going to have 2 URLs, one for each pipe, and it's going to have a picture on my WordPress blog of both things installed. I really hope this helps. If you get frustrated with this assignment, it's not you, it's probably Yahoo Pipes. Try until you find enough websites that have good RSS feeds that actually work in the pipe before you get too frustrated. I hope this helps. I hope you have a great week. And this is Mrs. Crawford signing off.